you mentioned earlier, he's a little bit bigger than he used to be. And it's really well known that he's outside of the USADA pool. As a guy, there have been different analysts who talk about this and like, oh, what's Conor doing? Why is he out of the USADA pool? And then like he's got to get back in for 6 months, which I'm sure will happen unless they grant him an exemption. But USADA has been pretty clear that they don't anticipate that. But as the guy who's actually getting into the octagon with him, we have no idea what he's doing. Maybe he's doing nothing, But does that? What were your thoughts on that? That he has not been drug tested over the last, year-ish, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly could care less. I mean, it's, we all train hard, we all hit hard, we all have a certain amount of skills. If there was anything going on, more power to him. That doesn't change the outcome, most likely on fight night, in my opinion. I've never once worried about it. I mean, obviously me fighting outside of the UFC, we weren't governed by USADA. So I kind of dealt with that my entire career. And as a guy who has constantly been failing the eye test to so many armchair quarterbacks and people on the internet, I would never disrespect the guy's hard work by saying that, accusing anybody of anything, because I know I passed the eye test. So man, it's one of those deals where it almost just adds another layer of intrigue to this whole thing, to be honest with you. And people want to feel something, whether they love Conor or hate Conor, whether they love that he's been drug tested or not been drug tested, whatever it is. It's another thing to add to the list of talking points for people to talk about this fight. So don't really have any feelings toward it either way. As I said, I want Conor at his biggest, his baddest, and his best. And he's looking at his biggest and his baddest and his best and most dangerous. So that's the Conor that I want to fight. So in my eyes, I'm fighting the biggest Conor that anybody's ever fought. So that is a feather in my cap.